Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carrie and this is Booked for Romance. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I am so excited to be with you guys today. We are going through the 4 boxes of books we got from that Craigslist find. She was advertising 1,400 paranormal romances I went to go check out. I ended up scoring about 200 paranormal romances for 80 bucks. So this is the lot of that. So we are gonna finally go through those books. I wanted to get this out to you before the big Paranormal ReadAthon. I think that starts this Friday, and you will see the live show, I think, on Jess's channel. We have 6 hosts, I think. 6 hosts. You're gonna have Jess from Peace Love Books. You'll have Lacey with Books Lovers. You'll have Lisa at Remarkably Lisa. You'll have Crystal at Crystal's Bookish Life. You'll have Desiree, and you'll have Charles. And I think Desiree's is the Genki reader, and I think Charles is Books on Stereo. So I hope I got everybody's channel correct, but the channels will be linked down below if you guys want to join that Paranormal ReadAthon. I figured it's really awesome to get recommendations, and this woman had such an amazing collection in her house that I was really impressed with what she had. I literally had to I spent 2 hours there, and I did leave a few. I got so many more, and I'm happy to show you what I ended up getting. I mean, hopefully we can get through all these 4 boxes. I literally have them all laid out around me. So we're not going into boxes this time. I'm picking up books, I'm showing you the books real fast, and we're moving on. So let's see how we do, and let's get started. So the first ones I ended up picking up, because this was a no-brainer for me, was the Karen Marie Monnings. Now, if you guys know Karen Marie Monning, she does do paranormal so well, but she has a Highlander romance series, which I don't know if that's considered paranormal, but it's time travel, so I wanted to throw it in here. I really enjoyed this series. I'm gonna see if I could tell you guys about this in a couple sentences and move on from this. Okay, so it looks like you start off with our main hero, Hawk. I've read this before, but I feel like it's been so long that it's been a while since I've actually read it. But we have our main hero, Hawk, and our main heroine, Adrian. And she actually time travels back about 500 years to, I think it's Scotland. And at the time, she is definitely a prisoner of time. She does not know how to get home. And then we also have A Marriage of Convenience. So it was really a good book. I think I rated it about 4 stars. I really did enjoy this. So this is definitely a Highlander time travel romance. But this is the first one. We have Beyond the Highland Mist, The Dark Highlander, we have The Highlander's Touch, of The Immortal Highlander, Spell of a Highlander, Into the Dream. That's moving on from the Highlander series. Next, Burned. I think this might be book 6, I think, but there's a few more. Iced, Shadow Fever, and Dream Fever. And I know this is book 2. So this is book 2 in her paranormal romance series. Next set of books I ended up picking up were Cressley Cole's. And I'm just gonna go through them really quickly so you guys can know all the ones I ended up getting. Dreams of a Dark Warrior, Dark Needs at Night's Edge, No Rest for the Wicked, Kiss of a Demon King, Dark Desires After Dusk, Demon from the Dark, Wicked Deeds on a Winter's Night, Pleasure of a Dark Prince, A Hunger Like No Other, and last but not least, Shadow's Claim. So that's all I have for Cressley Cole. Let's move on to the next author. Next I have Jennifer Ashley, and I know she does an historical romance series. I think it's The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie, which I've heard so much about, and I've read the first book and really enjoyed it, but this is her paranormal romance series, and the first one I have just on top. This is not the order they go in, but since I have them stacked, I'm just gonna read them as I see them. So the first one, Pride Mates, Wild Wolf, Wild Cat, Primal Bonds, Immortals The Calling, Mate Bond, Mate Claimed, Tiger Magic, Hard Mated, and Bodyguard, which this one actually looks really, really good. Next we have Brenda Joyce, and I know she does historical romances, so this is her paranormal romance. First we have Dark Victor, Dark Embrace, Dark Rival, Dark Lover, and Dark Seduction. Next, I ended up picking up Kelly Armstrong, which I thought was a really good choice because she had so many of them. So the first one was Stolen, Industrial Magic, Haunted, Broken, Dime Store Magic, Spellbound, Frostbite, Living with the Dead, No Humans Involved, Personal Demon, and Waking the Witch. The next set of books I have is a really huge set. I think there's about maybe 15, 20 books here, but it's by Carrie Arthur, and she has a big paranormal series as well. The first one is Darkness Unbound, Darkness Devours, The Darkest Kiss, City of Lights, which I feel like this might be their dystopian one, Darkness Falls, Darkness Hunts, Bound to Shadows, Darkness Unmasked, Darkness Splintered, Darkness Rising, Tempting Evil, Kissing Sin, Dangerous Games, Beneath a Darkening Moon, Deadly Desire, Moonsworn, Full Moon Rising, Beneath a Rising Moon. So that's all I have for Carrie Arthur. I figured it was a good time to pick that one up just because she had so many. Next we have Myra Banks, and she also does the trilogy of the McCabe brothers for our Highlander series that I really liked. So I ended up picking up these ones. The first one is Into the Mist, Into the Lair, and the last one is Linger. And I don't know if that's the correct order, but I'm thinking this is the trilogy to it. Next, I ended up picking up Allison James, and the first one is Dragon Heat, Firewalker, Black Dragons, Dragon Master, and Stormwalker. So that's it for Allison James. Next, we have Christina Dodd, and we all know Christina Dodd does do historical romance as well. So I wanted to end up getting these because I know I liked some of her historical romances. So the very first one we have is Son of Darkness, which I accidentally picked up too, so that will be a giveaway. Chains of Ice, Touch of Darkness, Storm of Shadows, Into the Flame, Into the Shadow, Wilder, Chains of Fire, Storm of Visions. Next, I ended up picking up some Laura Adrian, which I thought was a really good pickup. The first one was Edge of Dawn, Shadows of Midnight, Crave the Night, Midnight Rising, and Veil of Midnight. Deeper Than Midnight, Taken by Midnight, Ashes of Midnight, Darker After Midnight, Midnight Awakening, Kiss of Midnight, Kiss of Crimson. I think that's all I have for Laura Adrian. Moving on to Jean Johnson, and the first one is The Master, The Sword, The Wolf, The Cat, The Flame, The Mage, The Storm, and The Song. Okay, next we are going with Carolyn Sparks, and the first one is Wild About You, and I think, yep, this one has a step back if you guys wanted to check it out. That's gorgeous. Undead Next Door, How to Seduce a Vampire Without Really Trying, and I think this one also, it does. It has a step back as well. Gorgeous. I think anyway. Eat, Pray, Love. Let's see. Okay, so a lot of these will have step backs in them, so I'm just gonna show them just because I feel like you guys would want to see him. Crouching Tiger, Forbidden Vampire. Step back. Some of these are going to be so pretty. All I Want for Christmas is a Vampire. There you go. Gorgeous. Vampires Gone Wild. Be Still My Vampire's Heart. Secret Life of a Vampire. There you go. Wanted, Dead or Alive. Oh, look at this one, you guys. Wow. That's gorgeous. Sexiest Vampire Alive. Super pretty. 8 Simple Rules for Dating a Dragon. How to Marry a Millionaire Vampire, which I kind of will be interested in this one, to be honest. Vamps in the City. Kind of like a Sex in the City playoff, maybe. And Forbidden Nights with a Vampire. Okay, let's see the inside. I like it. I like that step back. She is a woman who could destroy a man without even laying a finger or a fang on him. Interesting. Okay, that is it for her. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, actually I just missed a few. So here's a couple more. Vampire with the Dragon Tattoo, and looks like there's a step back to this one. That's gorgeous. Let me see what it reads. His passion is forbidden. His love is eternal. Vampire Mine. And there is a step back to that. The Vampire and the Virgin. And then there's also a step back to this as well. And let me see what it says. It says, her love was his destiny. Super cute. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Okay. I think we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 authors left. Let's get this done, shall we? So you guys could have all the recommendations for the ReadAthon. Okay, next we have Christine Feehan, I think is how you say her name. And the first one is Firebound, Earthbound, and then there is, ooh, nice. And it says, his love could prove lethal, but that didn't matter. One look at Lexi and he knew. She belonged to him. She was created for him. And he'll never let her go. I like it. I like it a lot. Airbound. And I think I saw this one on Step Back Saturday, actually. I did. Never have I feared and desired been so intimately entwined. I did see this one for Step Back Saturday, and now I own it. I didn't realize it was paranormal, so that's cool. Magic in the Wind. Ocean of Fire. Dangerous Tides. Let me see. Oh, look at these. I like the copter in the back too. Safe Harbor. And then let me see. And there is a step back to this. Turbulent Sea. Oh, and there's a step back to that. Hidden Currents. Let me see. Oh, that's Spirit Bound. I don't know, does that look like, no, that just looks like a cliff. I thought it might be like a castle in the background, but I think it's just a cliff since it's paranormal. More like modern times, but like shapeshifters and werewolves. Waterbound. Okay, next we have Larissa Ione, and the first one is Lethal Rider, Rogue Rider, Eternal Rider, Immortal Rider, Sin Undone, Passion Unleashed, Chained by Night, Pleasure Unbound, Desire Unchained, Ecstasy Unveiled, and Revered. So next we have Catherine Smith. Let the Night Begin, Before I Wake, Taken by the Night, Be Mine Tonight, Night of the Huntress, and Night After Night. Next we have Alexis Morgan, and the first one is Dark Protector, Dark Defender, Bound by Darkness, Dark Warrior, Redeem in Darkness, Defeat the Darkness, Dark Warrior Unbroken, Darkness Unknown, and the final one to that is In Darkness Reborn. Next we have Janine Frost, and hers have a lot of step backs. The first one is Halfway to the Grave, This Side of the Grave. This one does have a step back. Gorgeous. Eternal Kiss of Darkness. Then this one kind of has just a half of a face. First Drop of Crimson. One Foot in the Grave. Oh, I like that on the motorcycle. Super awesome. Destined for an Early Grave. Yes, that's really cool. And Twice Tempted. Let me see. Beautiful. I like that with like the lightning in the back. Super cool. So I just found this one. It's Bitten by Kelly Armstrong. I know I already kind of did her books, but I wanted to add this one in here so you guys can see it. But I think I did her books in the earlier segment of this. Next we have Emma Hawley, Catching Midnight. And I don't think this has a step back, but it was an older book, so I wanted to give it a chance. Also, Hunting Midnight, which it might be like a duology thing. So I have both of them now. And then also I found there Amanda Quick, The Paid Companion, and Amanda Quick, Second Sight. I wonder if this has to do with someone being blind. So I don't know. We'll find out for this one. Okay, and then I have 3 more, which thank you for hanging out with me this long, guys. It's by Diana Rowland, Mark of the Demon, and Blood of the Demon. So that must be like a duology thing as well. There might be a 3rd book to this. And the very last one we have is The Iron Duke by Mel Jean Brooke. So these are my paranormal scores I got. I'm really excited about the Paranormal Readathon that starts on Friday. I hope you guys join in. I hope some of these recommendations that she ended up having were kind of up your alley. She did end up having Nalini Singh, but she ended up keeping those. Like most people, she ended up purging things that she didn't either remember or they didn't really stick with her, and she ended up keeping her absolute favorite books. So that probably tells you a lot about Nalini Singh. So if you guys wanted to check her out as well, I've read quite a few of her books, and I think the first 7 books in her Angel series. I'm not exactly sure what the series is called, but the beginning of the series was phenomenal. I read the first 7 and then I didn't keep going because the books hadn't come out yet. So I might go back to that series, but I did forget a few things. So I'll have to read from book 1 and go all the way through. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys find some things that you were looking for. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a fab day and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.